welcome back to Fun Movies. Today, I am going to explain a 2019 romance and fantasy movie called What Men Want. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. I hope you will enjoy this video. The film opens with a sports agent Ollie Davis who gets up extra early to rack up clients and stay on top of her co-workers. She is helped by her assistant Brandon as he escorts her to her job at Summit Worldwide Management. Ollie is confident that she will get a partner promotion that she has been working extra hard for. On the elevator down, Ollie sees the handsome neighbor that she refers to as Captain Fucktastic. She tries to get his attention but cannot since he's listening to music. She tells Brandon that she wishes she could find out what's going on inside his head. The pair arrive at SWM, which is mostly male-dominated. Ollie gathers around with the other guys for a meeting in which her boss Nick is getting ready to select the new senior VP. And he tosses a football to his pick. Ollie intercepts it, thinking it was for her, but it was to Eddie, a guy sitting 2 seats next to her. Ollie confronts Nick to find out why she wasn't promoted. Nick acknowledges that Ollie is a hard worker, but he says she just doesn't connect well with the other men. Ollie storms out and announces to everyone in the building that she will sign rising basketball superstar Jamal Berry and prove to others why she deserves the promotion. Ollie goes to spend time with her father Skip at the boxing gym he manages before going to grab dinner with him. Skip points out a new bartender named Will, whom Ollie finds attractive. She stays there to introduce herself, and Will makes her a special cocktail. They go back to his house to have sex, but Ollie is overly aggressive. In the morning, she wakes up to find Will's son Ben wearing her panties on his head. She realizes she is late for work, and as she runs out, she sees a picture of Will with his wife. Dismayed that he failed to tell her about being married with a kid, Ollie leaves quickly. Ollie goes to meet her co-workers as they try to work out a deal with Jamal and his father Joe Dalla, who wants a magazine cover position. However, Ollie has to negotiate with basketball legend Lisa Leslie to share with Joe. Lisa refuses, which throws Joe's intentions to work with Ollie out the door. To make things worse, Brandon points out to Ollie that she has a used condom stuck to her back. Ollie joins her best friends Mary, Olivia, and Syra for Mary's bachelorette party. The others see that Ollie is feeling down, but they agree with her being bad with men. Olivia then mentions that she hired a psychic named Sister to read their fortunes. Ollie goes first, and Sister reads her cards to determine Ollie's work frustrations and a potentially budding relationship with Will. When Ollie mentions her troubles, Sister gives her a foul-smelling tea to drink to help her. Later, the ladies go out to a club to dance. Ollie gets drunk and goes dancing, only to end up tripping and knocking herself unconscious. Ollie wakes up in the hospital and hears her doctor's thoughts about drinking and doing cocaine on the job. When she brings it up, he denies saying anything. Ollie is greeted by her friends and Brandon, who takes her to work. On the way, Ollie hears Brandon's snarky remarks about her before they both realize she can hear his thoughts. She freaks out and becomes overwhelmed when she gets to work and finds that she can only hear the thoughts of men, which are mostly sex-related or revealing some dark secrets. She and Brandon pay Sister a visit later that day to try and fix things, but Sister can't do anything. She suggests to Ollie that she can use this to her advantage at work and get ahead of her male colleagues. The first thing Ollie does with her new gift is to find out from her coworker Kevin that some of the guys are having a secret poker night. Ollie shows up at the home of Ethan and finds Nick there with Joe and Kevin, as well as Mark Cuban, Grant Hill, and Shaquille O'Neal. Ollie reads the guys' thoughts and manages to beat out most of the other guys until it's down to her and Joe. She folds since she figures it will keep her on Joe's good side. He is pleased. Joe brings Jamal to SWM to hear a pitch from Kevin on how they can market Jamal's status. Kevin puts on a tacky rap video with Jamal's face photoshopped in there, but Ollie can see and hear that Jamal doesn't like it, and neither does Joe. She steps up and tries to appeal to Jamal based on what she's hearing from him, but she also totally blasts Kevin's idea. He goes into her office to confront her about how she made him look, but Ollie argues that Kevin was the one who voted her down so that Eddie would win. But she then hears Kevin thinking the opposite, and he openly states that he sees how she pulls in numbers and was actually rooting for her. She responds that if she were a man, they would say she is driven, but Kevin thinks that everyone would just say she's a dick. Ollie catches Joe and Jamal on their way out and invites them to a basketball game over the weekend, but Joe wants to spend that time with his family, and he doesn't think Ollie is a family person. That's when Will and Ben walk into the place to bring Ollie her driver's license that she left at their house, and she sees it as an opportunity to pretend that Will and Ben are her husband and son. This makes Joe trust Ollie, and he agrees to go to the game. After returning the license, Ben lets it slip that his mother had died a while back, and Ollie feels terrible for assuming Will was a cheater. She tries to make it up by inviting the two of them to the game. Ollie joins the guys at the game in the skybox and maintains the ruse that Will and Ben are her families. Ben mentions his birthday is coming up and that he wants a race car cake, which Ollie promises for him. He then gives her an unexpected hug. Outside the skybox, Ollie introduces Jamal to Carl Anthony Towns, and Jamal is freaking out internally but maintains his cool as he meets his idol. Joe then tells Ollie he seems keen to sign with SWM, Brandon finds that Ollie is talking to Will and makes her agree to do a double date with Mary and her fiancé James. Ollie also mentions to Brandon that a guy in the office named Danny is closeted and has a crush on Brandon and that Brandon should go for him. The two spark an instant connection and agree to start playing fantasy football together. Ollie and Will go out with Mary and James to a pool hall. Ollie overhears James thinking about trying to have sex with their waitress, and Ollie indiscreetly goes to whack him in the nuts with the pool cue, leading to him sitting the game out and thinking how Mary only hangs out with Ollie because Ollie can't get a guy. Ollie then overhears Will thinking genuinely sweet thoughts about her, and they go back to his place for sex. She eases up on the aggression and agrees to make it a mutual thing, leading to incredible sex for the two of them. Ollie later introduces Will and Ben to Skip. Although Skip seems skeptical of him at first, he warms up to Will as he sees what a dedicated father he is, and that he and Ollie have genuine feelings for each other. Just when things are looking up, everyone at work sees a press conference that Joe is holding to announce that he is taking Jamal to China due to a deal orchestrated by Ethan, who has left SWM for another agency. Nick is pissed, and while he wants to fire Ollie, he says he won't do it right away, and Ollie figures it's for either sexist or racist reasons, so she dares him to fire her. He then sees Will outside and spills the beans to him that Ollie was just using him to make a deal with Joe. Will it hurt and he leaves Ollie. Ollie later attends Mary's wedding and is very drunk. She overhears multiple thoughts, especially one from James where he thinks about his affair with Mary's cousin Gabby. As the couple is reading their vows, Ollie interrupts and starts to drunkenly talk about her gift. Brandon tries to stop her, saying he is doing it as a friend, but Ollie coldly tells him they are not friends and that he is just her assistant. He ditches her after that. Ollie reveals James and Gabby's affair, and Gabby confesses apologetically to Mary, saying that James said they were on break. Ollie then mentions how Syra's husband is having an affair with another man. This leads to mayhem as the ladies start fighting, and another woman grabs a vase and accidentally knocks Ollie out with it. Ollie wakes up in the hospital again and meets with the same doctor, but now she can't read his thoughts. He does, however, mention that he has done a detox and has gone to rehab to fix himself. Ollie then sees that nobody is there for her as she has destroyed all her relationships. Ollie goes to Sister to find out if she can get more tea to regain her gift, but Sister says she drank it all and only heard the voices of Joan Rivers and Tupac. Ollie first goes to apologize to Brandon at work for how she treated him. After he forgives her, he tells her that he and Danny are now in a relationship. They discuss Jamal, and she realizes she didn't listen to what he really wanted. She goes to find him at the park where he loves to play basketball, and she shoots some hoops with him to convince him to stay in Atlanta where he is happier. Ollie later visits her friends at dinner. They are still mad at her, but she apologizes to them and offers to pay for their margarita Mondays from now on. They forgive her. The NBA drafts happen, and Jamal stays in Atlanta. Joe talks to Ollie and is thankful to her for making Jamal happy. Nick calls for another conference with the guys, and he decides to promote Ollie. However, she decides she no longer wants to be part of the boys' club, so she is quitting and starting her own agency with Kevin as her partner, and she is taking all her clients with her. She even decides to make Brandon an agent, as he has been wanting it for a while, and actually has an impressive knowledge of sports. Ollie goes to a birthday party for Ben and brings him the cake he had wanted. Although Will is still upset with her, Ollie apologizes and convinces him to give her another chance. He agrees, as long as they take it slow for now. They kiss. The film concludes with Ollie, Will, and Ben walking together in the park as Ollie discusses plans for her agency. Thanks for watching and make sure you subscribe for more videos. Stay safe, stick around and enjoy. Bye for now.